Have you ever felt like growing on YouTube is impossible? You put in all this effort by scripting, filming, editing and uploading a video, and then nothing happens basically. No views, no engagement, and it starts to feel like YouTube is just ignoring you. Trust me, I know how that feels. Growing a YouTube channel feels harder than ever. There's more competition, constant algorithm changes, and sometimes it feels like small creators don't stand a chance. When you're starting out, there are moments where you think that maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I should just quit. But I'm not quitting, and you shouldn't either, because I believe that YouTube still works. Maybe just not in the way most people think. In this video, I want to talk about 3 things: why growing on YouTube feels so difficult right now, what's actually stopping small creators from getting views, and why I'm still grinding away even when it sometimes feels like nothing is working. So if you ever felt like giving up on YouTube, watch this first. Back in the early days of YouTube, you could basically upload whatever you wanted and somehow people would still find it. A random vlog got views. A poorly lit video with zero editing got views. But today, if your video isn't strategic, engaging and optimized for retention, YouTube probably won't push it. That's just the reality. And when you finally realize that, it's quite frustrating. You post a video and instead of seeing those exciting first views roll in, it just sits there on halt. Maybe you get 5 views, maybe 2 of them are from yourself. And you might start to asking yourself, is my content really that bad? Does YouTube hate small creators? Am I wasting my time? But here's what I've learned and now telling you, YouTube growth isn't impossible. It's just different now. The whole game has changed. YouTube just doesn't reward uploads anymore. It rewards watch time, retention and audience connection. Once again, watch time, retention and audience connection. Let's break that down. Years ago, if I remember correctly, YouTube's algorithm was way simpler. I remember that it might have prioritized views and clicks. If people clicked on your video, YouTube would push it to more people. But now it's all about how long people watch. If people click but don't stay to watch it, your video most likely dies and the competition is insane. There are millions of new creators trying to grow at the same time, and that means that your content isn't just competing with other small creators. It's competing with people and channels who have full production teams, editors and massive audiences already. So yeah, it's hard. But remember that hard doesn't mean impossible. And that brings me to the next thing that most small creators don't realize. But before we continue, if you want to get more great advice and insight, consider subscribing. Thanks! Let's talk about something that nobody tells you. You might think YouTube just doesn't push small creators, that the algorithm is rigged against you. But here's what's actually happening. When you're new, YouTube doesn't know who to show your content to yet. And that's actually a good thing, because it means you can train the algorithm to find the right viewers. But here's where most small creators go wrong. They don't think about who their videos are for. So they upload random topics with no clear niche, and they make content that they want to make, but not necessarily what viewers want to watch. The problem with this is that YouTube doesn't promote videos based on effort, it promotes them based on data. So if YouTube can't figure out who your audience is, your video gets stuck in limbo. New YouTubers usually don't optimize for retention. Most creators focus so much on making the video that they forget about keeping people watching. They have weak hooks, and the result is that when people start to watch the video, they click off early at the beginning. Videos might be really slow paced, resulting in viewers losing interest and leave. And there's no curiosity loops, meaning viewers don't get the urge or feeling that they need to keep watching any longer. And when the video has bad retention, YouTube basically stops recommending your content, unfortunately. Small creators also quit before YouTube figures them out. See, most people quit after 10 videos because they don't see instant results. Meanwhile, YouTube is still testing their content and trying to find an audience. So if you quit too soon, you actually never give YouTube the chance to push your videos. And here's the reality. Every big YouTuber once started with 0 views. Every single one of them. But instead of quitting, they just kept making content. That's the difference. I'll be honest, I struggle with these things too, and there has been moments where I seriously thought about quitting again, like so many times before in the past, over the years. When you put in all this effort and see almost no progress, it's easy to feel like YouTube is just not for you. But I haven't quit, because the only way to guarantee failure on YouTube is to quit. And I don't want to look back a year from now wishing I had stuck with it. The creators who win at the YouTube game, in most cases, are not the ones who get lucky. They're the ones who outlast everyone else. So what can you actually do if you feel like you're stuck? Here's what's working for me. Double down on what works. So instead of constantly trying new formats and video ideas, I'm doubling down on the types of videos that perform well, or the best. I try to make videos around the same topic. Study retention and storytelling. If people don't stick around to watch your video, YouTube won't promote it. It's simple as that. So find ways to keep the viewers watching. Focus on connection, not just views. The channels that grow, they build a real audience, not just random clicks, and their content resonates with the audience, so they want to subscribe. Play the long game, because YouTube success usually doesn't happen overnight. It happens video by video, lesson by lesson, small steps at a time. So yeah, growing on YouTube in 2025, it's harder than ever, but it's not impossible. The people who will succeed aren't the ones who go viral overnight. They're the ones who keep showing up, keep learning, and keep improving. If you're struggling with growth, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you want to learn more about my journey on YouTube and how it changed my life, watch this video next. I'll see you there.